The Shadow Maze Chronicles. In the quiet town of Ravenbrook, people were disappearing overnight, leaving everything behind as if they'd simply vanished into thin air. 14-year-old Ethan wasn't afraid of ghost stories until his older brother disappeared too. Determined to find him, Ethan enlisted his best friend Zara, the bravest person he knew. Their search led them to Dark Hollow, a forest rumored to be cursed. Right at its center, they stumbled upon something impossible. A metal door stood beneath tangled roots. It wasn't ancient, it was new. Someone had placed it there deliberately. Ethan hesitated. What if it's dangerous, Zara smirked. Since when do you let fear stop you? Using a rusted key they'd found near the town's abandoned railway station, they unlocked the door. That was their first mistake. Instantly, the ground shifted, twisting into an endless corridor. They were no longer in the forest. I think we're inside something alive, Zara murmured, running her fingers along the walls. Symbols flickered across the floors, messages from others who had been trapped before them. One read, "Solve the maze or vanish like the rest." Another was worse. "The shadows are watching." Then they heard it. A scraping sound, footsteps, something was behind them. A humanoid figure, tall but faceless, emerged from the darkness. Empty voids where eyes should have been. Run! They sprinted through the maze, but the walls kept shifting. Paths looped back, dead ends appeared. The shadow was gaining on them. Then Zara spotted a strange lever. She pulled it. The floor dropped beneath them, sending them sliding into a vast underground chamber filled with glowing blue crystals. And there, chained to the wall, was Ethan's brother. "We have to get him out," Ethan gasped. But the shadow creature was descending. No time to plan. Ethan grabbed a stray dagger from the ground and slashed at the chains. His brother stumbled forward, weak but alive. They bolted toward the only exit, a swirling portal pulsing with golden light. At the last second, Zara stopped. What if this doesn't take us home? Behind them, the shadow screeched, closing in. "We have no choice," Ethan breathed. With one last look at the maze, they leapt into the portal. They landed back in Ravenbrook. Their town looked the same, but something was wrong. The streets were empty. The sky had turned blood red, and in the distance a familiar door stood. Not in the forest, but right in front of Ethan's house. The maze wasn't done with them yet. As Ethan and Zara stood in eerie silence, a whisper slithered through the air. It wasn't coming from behind them. It was coming from the ground beneath their feet. "You were never meant to leave." Zara's breath hitched. "Did you hear that?" Ethan turned pale. The maze, it didn't trap people randomly. It chose them. A chill crept over them as they realized the missing townspeople weren't lost. They had become part of the maze itself. Then Ethan's brother, who had been weak and silent all this time, suddenly grabbed Ethan's wrist with unnatural strength. His voice was hollow. "You shouldn't have saved me." Before Ethan could react, the world around them flickered like a broken screen. Their town rippled, distorting. The houses wavered, revealing twisted corridors beneath them. They weren't home. They had never escaped. The maze had simply disguised itself as their town, trapping them inside a new illusion. And now it was collapsing. Zara grabbed Ethan's arm. "We break the cycle. We fight back." But the door at Ethan's house, the one leading to the maze, was creaking open again. And something was waiting on the other side.